Hello guys. This is Pokéland Legend Tips. Today, as usual, we're gonna have, let's say, a small tutorial. But before we move in into the real deal, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like. If you have any questions, just ask us in the comment. So, what we're gonna be doing today is more like a summary of whatever we had in the miserable live session we had today. I've used 20 MB, so but again, it was so lagging. But the good thing is that we had a lot of good discussion in the chat, and a lot of people were asking questions. So we're just gonna answer that again here in the video. And I think this will be actually a better idea to just gather in the chat. You can guys answer ask questions that you have, and we can answer them in a video where everyone can actually learn at once instead of answering each one. We can always answer you each one by one, but there's going to be a lot of work for our admins, so we better tackle the simple questions in groups. So the first question was actually how to make more diamonds, and that's a really common question. Well, it's really simple actually. If you just started, of course, in your new server, then you have to make it through the adventures as quick as possible, which means you need to buy a lot of vids. You need to purchase a lot of vids, so you can go to the adventures here in the common area, and whenever you finish a chapter, it always gives you some diamonds out of it. And if you finish it with 4 stars, it will give you even more diamonds. So by the time you actually finish 7 or 8 maps, you probably have around 5k or something like that. Of course, what we are trying to say here is that you need to cruise by as fast as possible and try to reach to unlock arena. So whenever you unlock arena and you use of if you did that right, which means if you have unlocked it real quick, then you will probably there will be probably nobody here yet, or there will be probably just 5-6 people here yet. So you just have to cruise by and try to reach the top real quick. So that way you will have a lot of diamonds coming every day. So because of this, you can get a lot of diamonds if you reach like higher levels. So you will have an income that others don't. Okay, so that's that. Another, of course, these diamonds need to be saved for a good event. Don't waste your diamonds on silly stuff in the beginning. You should wait for a good event, then do a lot of pulls. That's actually the only good way to do pulls. And you can watch the video about how to spend your diamonds. That's a good video. So another thing is you should not miss the daily activities. So there is like Monster Ride, where you have when you get a lot of diamonds each day. Of course, in the beginning you will not be able to get a lot, but at least try to get some Pokemons that will help out, like Axelago, or if you're lucky you can get Celebi event in the start, or if you recharge or something like that. Okay, so that's that. Again, don't miss any of these activities because all of them actually give some stuff. Try to unlock all the gyms as soon as you can. Do your fated enemy. You can get a lot of, not a lot, but you still can get some diamonds out of it. Yeah, that's pretty much how you make diamonds in this game. Okay, this is have been pretty much it for that question. Let's move into the next one. Some people asked, when is Hoopa coming? When is Giratina Origin coming? Well, that really depends on the developer. It doesn't actually depend on anyone else, and we cannot say if it will come this update or the next one. It's a simple patch. The Giratina origin structure is here, so you can see it actually. If you go and look for Giratina, you can see that it's there, that you can actually see the Giratina origin. So you just need a patch to be released, and that's it. The stones will be there, and you can just evolve it. So it's not that hard. But again, when will that happen? We have no clue. Maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe next year. It all depends on the dev, and especially that in a lot of other versions, like for example the Indonesian ones, they have almost the same Pokemon as us, even though the version is much earlier. So I think the version is on 1.2 something, and we are on 1.6. But still, they have a lot of the same Pokemons. They have Ash Pikachu. They have the same pulls in advanced capsules. So it's really dependent on how the dev want to handle this thing. Again, since we are talking about Hoopa, guys, forget about Hoopa. It's really hard to get him. That's one. He's gonna cost 300 shards in the exclusive shards, of course. This is the bounded one. I'm just talking about the bounded one, and it will cost around 180k diamonds spread through some events. So that's a lot of diamonds. So that's one. And two, if you want the unbounded one, it's gonna be cross-server recharge event, which means all people will be competing for it as same server. Even if you're not in the same server, you will still be competing for it, and only one guy will take it. So the unbounded one will be only taken by one guy. How much will it cost? Well, the prices have been as high as $10,000 in the Chinese servers. So I would expect something like that, if not even worse, in the English version as well. So yeah, that's just forget about Hoopa. Try to concentrate on other Pokemons. There's a lot of good Pokemons out there. Okay, so yeah, the other question was how can is the stones for the pack for Pokemons like Giratina Origin, Kyogre Origin, and the Groudon Origin are only for VIP? Well, no. You can see that we can actually buy them in the VIP store, but usually most of the people don't. Why? Because it's really expensive. 150 per stone is not a good deal. You can see here that even the Ziggurat are expensive. 500 per stone is not a good deal. So even the VIP players will actually wait for a good package. When that package will come, that again is dependent on the developers. But we are doing the events rating every day, and soon enough we will have a database when we can see a pattern in the events, and it will be here, for example, in the gift store, and you will have a lot of packages, either Giratina or for Jira probably, and Kyogre, and for Groudon, and so on, and Charizard. So probably that's what's going to happen. And they usually cost 7k if I'm not mistaken, 7 to 9k. Yeah, that's the usual price for it. So I think it's 7k. It will cost 100 diamonds per stone, and you need 60 stone, something like that. So it will cost 7k. So yes, you should just wait for it, save your diamonds, and wait for a good package and a good event to buy them. So that was that. Another question was, is Dake, Meloetta, and Oranguru a good team in endgame if they all have bad dreams? Well, if they all have bad dreams, then it might work out. But again, it's really hard to open all. So unless you have the ability to the resources to open all the second abilities for all of those Pokemons, yes, they could actually make a good team. But what I would recommend is using Lele actually. So you could actually use Lele here, Meloetta, and Celebi if you don't have Cresselia or Cresselia. So Cresselia has a nice set of skills for if you pair her up with Meloetta. So she if built well, she can provide Fury a lot. So she will give you Rage, and she will lose half of HP. So if you need to concentrate on her healing, and she will be just dandy with Meloetta. So this can be a very good, nice end game team. But again, it's a type crowd control team. So if you meet like a certain type of Pokemon such as Celebi or Coco, it's gonna be really difficult for you to be able to win that game, that battle. So yeah, so this is our recommendation for that person. Let's see, what else do we have? Well, Xerneas. A lot of you asked about Xerneas. Is it a good Pokemon? Xerneas is gonna be a god later on, especially because of the Chinese update, the new update. They changed the way you teach Pokemon skills. So they offered the ability to actually they are more closer to the classic Pokemon game. We can use series now, and there is a lot of ranges of new skills for each Pokemon, and the ranges that Xerneas gonna have is just gonna make him real nice. He will be immune to debuff. He will provide healing to his teammates. He will decrease damage for Fairy and decrease damage from dragons. He would basically just be overpowerful. So you can just use him right now. Even now, he's really good. So Xerneas is a must-have in the next update. So you might think about that. Okay, what do we have more? Accessories. Yes, there is one guy who asked about accessories. Do the level 95 accessories are only used at level 95? Do Platinum accessories are only used at level 95? Well, yes and no. If you have, as you can see, you can actually check that in the video accessories. A lot of Platinum accessories, all of the Platinum accessories except Doyen set can be used only in level 95. Okay, so you can see that this can be only used in level 95. But we shared a video on how to use this beforehand. So I think up to now, the max ease I've found while playing the game is minus 30. Sorry about that. So minus 30. So minus 30, that makes it 70 something. So 70 something will actually be a good level to have Platinum sets. So just check the video ease on how to have level 95 accessories before level 95 basically, and you can use them. And we need to mention the Doyen sets here. So the Doyen sets, you can use them anytime since they don't require the level 95, you just require level 1. So if you are in early game, don't concentrate too much on getting Platinum accessories. Concentrate on trying to get golden accessories first. Try to get your sets. Then afterwards, when you reach mid game, then you need to concentrate more on your accessories. So this has been it for the accessories part. If you need more information about accessories, we actually done a lot of videos about that. This is one of the most covered feature in our channel because it's really important in end game, also in mid game. So just watch those. There is accessories overview video, there is accessories ease, and there will be a way to max out all your accessories as well. This is some good tricks, and later we're gonna show you another trick on accessories as well. So I think we covered pretty much it. This is all the questions that we received today. Hopefully we have not forgotten anything. A lot of people asked about which passive should I use for which Pokemon. Well, we did a tutorial for that again. It's called Isopassive, and we just released it today. So I hope we covered that in that regard. And yeah. Cheers. See you guys soon. Next time, hopefully, we will do, as we said, we're gonna have a chat probably in the same place as we did last time. And you guys can all ask us a lot of questions, and we're just gonna compile them, answer them in a video where you can actually all learn together. So hope you guys have enjoyed this. See you next time.